mean, I agree with a lot of what Lee said there, and I don't think it's just about consumerism. It's about access to jobs and opportunities for our young people as well.
Yeah.
Bector have partly got, and I'm speaking for Bector today, I work for the TUC, Bector have partly got involved in this campaign because actually of a recent report that came out from an organisation called Skillset, which showed that in the entertainment industry over the last 10 years, though the amount of overall jobs have gone up, actually the amount of black people employed in the industry has gone down. So in an expanding industry, we're getting squeezed down. What's happening what's happened to Choice is just a small example of the way the industry is going, and I think from the union's point of view, one of the most important things about actually standing up and making and fighting back about this now is for two reasons. One is that initially when the commercial radio FM analog was franchised, it was on the basis of supposedly creating community commercial radio in this country. Before that, in the black community, we were forced to broadcast music on pirate radio stations, and people took the risk of getting prosecuted in order to get the music and news out there. Neil's given a bit of the history, but the reality was that the reality is that those two franchises for both South and North London that Choice had were made on the basis of them being bandwaves that actually provided for the black community in this city, right? Now we've got a situation, Neil's explained about what happened with Capital, where actually Capital was bought out by an even bigger company, Global Radio, right? And what they're aiming to do is create out of commercial analog radio at the moment a national franchise, so that actually when digital comes along, they actually have got national coverage and are able to compete with the BBC. Neil's explained the problems of local community radio. And what that's likely to mean is that if this situation is allowed to continue, then up and down the country, global radio will capture all the advertising on commercial radio, whether it's analog or DAB. That's what will happen, and nobody else will get a look in. Not only that, except for their big names, they treat the rest of their staff like crap, quite frankly, in terms of the way they pay them and treat them. And if you look at most of their radio stations, actually, it's all white people, but people don't get a look in. So actually, in employment terms, that's bad news as well. So we think that actually, the time has come where actually we've got to insist that Ofcom make sure that those frequencies broadcast for the black community. As George said, Ofcom are now monitoring the frequencies. We want them to do more than that. We need them to have a proper investigation and respond to the complaints that have been made from the community. We know that actually they're not complying with what they're supposed to do in terms of the licence, and we need them to say that. Bector have approached and put pressure on the minister who's got responsibility for race equality and got him to write a letter to Ofcom as well, saying actually an investigation should take place. We're organising a demonstration in Leicester Square next Saturday outside of Choice, just to outside of Global, just to let them know that actually we're still here, we're not going away, right? It's not a matter of us just moaning and then actually nothing happens, and we want to try and make sure that as many people down there as possible. So please come down and bring your friends and family as well.
Okay, great, thank you.